Hi, I'm Nicolene, and today I want to share with you some really great DIY or do-it-yourself tips in terms of styling your bedroom. Now, the bedroom is one of the most important parts of presenting your home for sale. A lot of people look at the size, the space, and how it actually makes them feel. So, as a first, let's start at the bottom. Now, a lot of beds are very different. So you actually do have beds that go all the way to the floor and you can't shove stuff underneath. In that case, I would recommend getting a VALANCE if your bed base is a very bright color. Sometimes they come out with, blues or kind of pink bed bases. Get a VALANCE just to cover it and to neutralize the base of your bed. If your bed is actually off the ground and you're storing stuff underneath, which in a lot of homes that happens, mine the same, make sure that there is something that actually covers all the clutter and things that goes underneath the bed, either with a VALANCE or in this case, this is a kind of a storage shelving box that can also be used to store and put under the bed so that you don't actually see anything underneath it. Then the second layer is basically your doona. So there's a variety of options you can choose. You can choose a duvet with a duvet cover. You can do a quilt cover or coverlet that actually goes straight on top of any bedding and that can hang all the way to the floor. Key tip though is to make sure that your bedding is big enough so that it actually hangs over the bed very nicely. Potentially halfway or even to the floor is a very good indication of what will present best. Then in terms of duvets, especially the color of the duvet, if you don't have time or you actually don't have any budget to change your bedding, really work with what you've got. So what I want to say is, key thing is to look at your duvet. A lot of duvets have two sides to them. In this example, this is more of a white neutral palette side. It's got a lot of lines and textures in it that I'll talk through in a little bit. On the other side, it's got more of a darker, more patterned, not really textured, but just a lot of patterns on this side, which can work well in a larger bedroom, especially because it's a little bit darker. When it's a smaller bedroom, I always recommend for going on the more neutral, plainer side of your duvet. So toss them around, take photos of the one side, step back, have a look at it, swap over to the other side, and then make a decision. But rule of thumb that works for us is normally the lighter, more neutral side of a duvet is the best and presents the best. All right, so in terms of the pattern, as you can see, there's a lot of horizontal lines on this duvet. The thing is with horizontal lines, if you've got to really ensure that the way that you pull it and present it, that it's all in straight lines, because on photos, if you put your duvet on your bed and the lines are a little bit skew, it actually will show up on the photos and it does look a little bit strange. So try and go, just stand back, pull your bed straight, make sure the lines present well, and there's no strange folds in your bedding. So always think about presentation. And then biggest tip for us in the styling world is to iron your bedding. It's so important because even little creases show up on photos. So at the end, before they take the photos or open home, just give it a good iron. You don't have to take your bedding off and put it on an ironing board. We just basically take a steam iron and just basically iron it flat on the bed, and it works fantastic. Okay, so I think that's basically the basics 101 of just kind of picking your duvet, the color, and presenting it well on your bed.